Hi, everyone. Imagine this: you're cleaning out an old drawer, maybe looking for that one missing sock or a long forgotten key, and bam, you stumble upon a random penny. Now, most of us wouldn't think twice, right? It's just a penny. But what if I told you that one little penny could be worth $1.1 million? Yes, a single 1965 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Intrigued? Good, because today, we're diving deep into why this little coin is such a big deal, what makes it so valuable, and how you might already have one sitting in your pocket change. So, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get rich, well, at least in knowledge. First, a quick history lesson, but don't worry, it won't feel like school. Back in 1965, the US Mint was doing some serious juggling. Silver prices were skyrocketing, and they were trying to figure out how to make coins cheaper. So, during this chaos, they decided to skip putting mint marks on coins from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That's why your 1965 penny has no mint mark. It's not a defect, it was intentional. Most 1965 pennies are made from standard copper and zinc, and they're, well, just pennies. But some rare ones were struck on leftover silver planchets from dimes. Oops. That's what makes these bad boys worth big bucks. It's a mistake, a beautiful, $1 million mistake. Let me break it down. These rare pennies weigh slightly less than a regular penny, about 2.27 grams compared to the usual 3.11 grams. If you've got a scale at home, now's the time to dig it out. And don't worry, I'm not judging. If you're weighing your coins in your pajamas at midnight, you're in good company. First, check for that no mint mark. Second, look at the color. If it looks more like a dime than a penny, you might be onto something. And third, get it verified by a professional coin grader. Trust me, you don't want to take a chance on selling it at your next garage sale for 25 cents. Speaking of mistakes, here's a quick personal story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, where family heirlooms go to collect dust. She had this old coffee can full of coins, and I kid you not, I spent hours sifting through them like I was mining for gold. Did I find a 1965 no mint mark penny worth $1.1 million? No. Did I find a Canadian dime that somehow snuck in there? Yes. But hey, the dream is alive, and the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. The reason this coin is so valuable today isn't just because of the silver, it's the rarity. Coin collectors, or numismatists if you're feeling fancy, go absolutely bananas over these rare errors. A lot of these coins have already been scooped up and locked away in collections, which means finding one now is like hitting the jackpot. But here's the thing, don't get discouraged if you don't find one right away. There are tons of valuable coins out there hiding in plain sight. Your pocket change could literally be worth a fortune, and all it takes is a little patience and some knowledge. So, what's the takeaway here? First, never underestimate a penny, especially not a 1965 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It could be worth $1.1 million and completely change your life. Second, always check your change. Seriously, stop tossing those coins into a jar without a second glance. And third, if you're serious about finding valuable coins, start learning the basics of coin collecting. Or your grandma's attic. Do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories coming your way. Who knows? Your next penny could be the key to $1 million payday. Alright, folks, let's talk about a penny that's not just a penny. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a plain old 1998 penny, and realizing it's worth $1.2 million. Yes, you heard me right, $1.2 million for a coin most of us wouldn't even bother to pick up off the sidewalk. Wild, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1998 no mint mark Lincoln penny. We'll cover what makes it so valuable, how to spot one, and why you might already have a treasure hiding in your spare change. Before we get into it, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my junk drawer, that place where keys, rubber bands, and mystery batteries go to die, and I stumbled across a handful of pennies. I almost tossed them, but then I thought, what if one of these is the penny? Long story short, none of them were, but that moment kicked off my obsession with rare coins, and here we are. So, what's the deal with the 1998 no mint mark penny? First, let's break it down. This penny is part of the iconic Lincoln series, which has been in circulation since 1909. The no mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but here's where things get juicy. Not all 1998 pennies are created equal. They're special because of their unique errors. Think of these errors as the coin equivalent of a rare genetic mutation. It's like finding a four-leaf clover in a field of regular ones. One of the most sought-after features is the white AM variety. On most pennies, the letters A and M in America on the reverse side are close together, almost touching. But on the white AM variety, there's a noticeable gap between the two letters. If your 1998 penny has this gap, you might just be sitting on a goldmine. These pennies weren't supposed to exist. The white AM reverse design was meant for proof coins, which are minted for collectors, not circulation. Somehow, a batch of these proof-style reverses got mixed in with the regular production run, creating a rare and valuable error. A standard 1998 penny is worth, well, a penny. But a 1998 white AM penny? Those babies can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on the condition. One of the highest grade examples, a near-perfect specimen, sold for $1.2 million at auction. Can you imagine? That's life-changing money for a coin that could have easily ended up in a vending machine. You grab a magnifying glass. Seriously, it's time to channel your inner Sherlock Holmes and check the reverse side of your 1998 penny. Look at the word America. If there's a noticeable gap between the A and M, congratulations, you might be onto something. But before you start planning your retirement, you'll want to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Don't go polishing your penny to make it look shiny. Coin collectors love original condition, even if it's a bit grimy. Cleaning your coin can actually decrease its value. So resist the urge to scrub it like you're washing dishes. Let me circle back to that junk drawer story for a second. After my failed treasure hunt, I got serious about checking my coins. One day, I was at a gas station, and the cashier handed me change that included a 1998 penny. I froze. My heart started racing. I was that person standing there, holding up the line, inspecting my penny like it was the Hope Diamond. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the white AM variety, but for a split second, I really thought I'd struck gold or copper, in this case. It just goes to show, you never know where a valuable coin might show up. The 1998 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could make you a millionaire. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? If you've got a jar of spare change at home, I highly recommend giving it a second look. Who knows? You might have $1 million penny hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful or even just mildly entertaining, hit that subscribe button and join our little coin-loving community. We've got tons of tips, stories, and strategies to help you uncover treasures in your everyday life. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might have a coin collection gathering dust. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Who knows? The next time you dig through your change, you could be holding history and a fortune in your hands. See you in the next video. Hey, what's up, coin lovers? Welcome back to the channel. So, you've probably seen that coin jar sitting around somewhere, the one full of pennies, nickels, dimes, and some random change that's just begging to be organized. Well, today, we're about to dive into one of those pennies that could actually make you richer than you ever expected. I'm talking about the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and no, it's not just some random coin that got lost in your couch cushions. This little penny is worth about $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, million. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be flipping through your old pennies like a pro, ready to cash in on some serious coin treasure. Alright, let's break it down. First, you might be thinking, wait, $1.3 million for a penny from 2001? How is that even possible? Trust me, I had the same thought when I first learned about it. The thing is, this particular coin is one of those rare anomalies that collectors go absolutely nuts over. You see, most pennies made in 2001 have a mint mark, like a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco, but this one is missing its mint mark, and that, my friends, makes it stand out like a sore thumb in the world of pennies. Now, I know what you're thinking. But how in the world do I find one of these rare pennies? Well, hold on to your hat, because I'm about to tell you, the missing mint mark is what makes this coin so valuable. See, back in 2001, the US Mint decided to produce a batch of pennies without a mint mark. The exact reason for this is still a bit of a mystery. Some say it was a mistake, others believe it was intentional, and some people think it was just one of those weird quirks of history. But the important thing to remember is, there's only a small number of these pennies out there, and that's what makes them special. If you're wondering how you can spot one of these bad boys, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is check the date, look for the absence of any mint mark on the obverse. That's the head side for all my newbie coin hunters, and you're in business. Of course, this doesn't mean every 2001 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune, but if yours is in excellent condition, well, you just might be holding on to a very valuable penny. So, you're probably asking, where can I find one of these hidden treasures? Funny story, I actually found a few of my best coins in the most unexpected places. Let me tell you about that time I was cleaning out my grandma's house. She's this sweet lady who's lived in the same house for decades, and when she decided to declutter, which is code for it's time to go through everything, I found a dusty old jar of coins sitting on top of the kitchen counter. I thought, this is it, my jackpot. So, I took that jar home, and, after a few hours of sorting through it, I found some pretty interesting stuff. There was this shiny 1944 steel penny, and even a 1955 double-die penny. But the real treasure? You guessed it, a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. And let me tell you, it felt like I hit the coin lottery. It's not every day you find a coin that could put you in the Millionaires Club. But just like me, you could find one if you keep digging through your change, checking those pennies you've got stashed away. It's all about knowing what you're looking for and not letting those pennies just roll on by without a second glance. The value isn't just about the missing mint mark. It's also about the condition of the penny. Coins in mint condition, especially those that have never been circulated, are worth a lot more. A penny that's well preserved with clear details, sharp edges, and no wear and tear will fetch a pretty penny, pun intended, on the market. But if your 2001 penny looks like it's been through the laundry a few times, or it's got some serious battle scars, it might not be worth that $1 million price tag. But don't worry, even worn coins can still fetch decent value depending on how rare they are. Condition matters. The more pristine your coin is, the higher its value. A 2001 no mint mark penny in mint condition could be worth around $1.3 million, but one that's been through a few too many coin flips might be worth a lot less. Still, even a slightly worn version can go for a pretty penny compared to your average circulated 2001 penny. Rarity. The rarity of the coin is what really drives up the value. As I mentioned before, only a small number of these coins were minted, so finding one is like finding a diamond in a pile of coal. The fewer there are, the higher the demand, and the higher the price. Collector demand. There's a huge market for rare pennies and coins in general. Collectors go crazy for mistakes, so if you find one of these bad boys, you're basically holding a goldmine. If it's in great condition, you could sell it to collectors who would gladly pay top dollar for it. So, to wrap things up, if you've got a 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny just lying around, take a closer look at it. If you spot that missing mint mark and it's in great condition, you might just have yourself a ticket to the Millionaires Club. And if it's not in perfect condition, don't worry. It's still worth more than your regular penny, and every penny counts. Right now, before you rush off to go dig through your couch cushions, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep bringing you the latest tips and strategies for finding valuable coins and making money off your collections. Trust me, there's more out there than just pennies. So if you want to learn how to find coins worth money and become a coin collector pro, subscribe and join the coin hunting community. And hey, if you've ever found a coin that was more valuable than you thought, drop a comment below. I want to hear your stories. Let's share in the excitement together. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy coin hunting! Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this, you're digging through your spare change at a gas station, looking for exact change, when suddenly, boom, you find a penny. But not just any penny. What if I told you that a single, everyday-looking 1988 Lincoln penny could be worth $1.4 million? Yes, you heard me right, $1.4 million for a penny. Now, before you grab a magnifying glass and dump your piggy bank on the kitchen table, stick around. In today's video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny. We'll break down why it's worth a fortune, what makes it unique, and how you can spot one in your pocket change. Plus, I've got a funny personal story about a time I almost literally threw money away. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with the basics. What's the deal with this 1988 penny? First off, the no mint mark part means it was minted in Philadelphia. Usually, pennies from Philly don't have a mint mark, so nothing special there. But what is special about this particular coin is a little something called a die error. Now, if you're not a coin geek yet, let me explain. A die error happens during the minting process when something goes wrong with the design or the strike. In the case of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, the error lies in the reverse side of the coin. The FG initials, shorthand for Frank Gasparo, the designer of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, are misaligned. This tiny mistake turns an ordinary penny into an extraordinary one. And the current market value? Hold on to your hats, $1.4 million. That's more than some houses. People, here's a relatable moment for you. A few months ago, I was cleaning out my car and found a handful of pennies in the cup holder. They were sticky, gross, and covered in lint, basically ready for the trash. But something told me, wait, check them first. And guess what? I found a 1988 penny. My heart skipped a beat. I thought I'd hit the jackpot. Long story short, it wasn't the one. But hey, at least it paid for part of a coffee.no mint mark. This is non-negotiable. If there's a D or an S under the date, it's not the one. The FG initials. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom feature. The initials on the reverse side should look a little off, either misaligned or missing certain details. Condition matters. If it's scratched up or corroded, the value drops significantly. Coin collectors love pristine coins, so keep an eye out for one that's shiny and clean. And now, I know what you're thinking, but isn't it like finding a needle in a haystack? And yeah, it's rare. But that's the fun of it. It's like playing the lottery, except you don't have to spend any money, just check your change. Speaking of checking your change, here's another fun fact. Most people don't even know about these rare coins. That means there's a chance someone handed you a $1.4 million penny as part of your change at the grocery store. Crazy, right? Alright, folks, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.4 million. Who knew a little copper coin could be worth more than a Lamborghini? Now, here's my challenge to you, go through your spare change tonight. Look for those 1988 pennies, especially the ones with no mint mark. You never know, your next vacation, dream car, or even retirement fund might be sitting in your pocket right now. And hey, if you enjoyed today's video and want more tips on valuable coins, strategies for collecting, and ways to turn your change into cash, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend, because who doesn't want to find free money? Hey there, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and anyone who's ever emptied their pockets and thought, maybe this penny can buy me a yacht. Welcome to today's video, where we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins out there, the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.5 million. For a penny. So, before you toss that loose change into the tip jar or let it fall between your couch cushions, stick around. Because today, we're talking about what makes this little copper coin so special, how to spot one, and why collectors are willing to shell out more than $1 million for it. Quick side note, I once found a penny in my couch and got excited because I thought I was 1/100th of the way to a soda machine purchase. Turns out, I might have been 1/1.5 millionth of the way to my dream car. So, let's get into it. Now, let's talk about the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. First off, if you're new to coins, let me break it down real quick. No mint mark means the coin was minted in Philadelphia, but Philly decided to keep it humble and not put their name on it. Classic Philly, right? Here's what makes this penny worth more than my first car. In 2008, most pennies were struck pretty standard, as you'd expect. But every now and then, something magical, or should I say chaotic, happens during the minting process. Errors, misstrikes, or even freakishly rare metal compositions can turn a coin into a jackpot for collectors. In the case of the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny, it's all about its rare double die error. Basically, when the design was stamped onto the coin, the die slipped ever so slightly. That little slip created a subtle doubling effect on the lettering or Lincoln's profile. It's like the coin's having a tiny identity crisis. But instead of therapy, collectors want to pay millions to own it. Another thing to look out for is the coin's overall condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. If your 2008 penny has been rolling around in the dirt for 15 years, don't expect $1 million. But if it's been sitting in your dad's collection, untouched and shiny, you might have a winner. And now, let me hit you with some humor and perspective. Imagine explaining this to your parents. Hey mom, remember when you said I'd never get rich just sitting around? Well, guess what? That penny in the junk drawer is going to pay for my mansion. And here's the kicker, these coins don't just show up in rare auctions. Regular folks have found them in their change, in coin jars, or even tucked away in old wallets. True story, I had a buddy who once used a rare penny to buy gum. Gum. Somewhere out there, someone got $1 million coin for 35 cents of peppermint bliss. Alright, let's bring it all together. The 2008 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. So, check your pockets, your drawers, and yes, even that car cup holder that's probably full of crumbs and spare change. And hey, even if you don't find the $1.5 million jackpot, you'll still have some extra pennies to toss into your piggy bank. Or maybe you'll start looking at coins a little differently, seeing the potential treasures in your everyday life. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. What if the next penny you find is worth more than your entire house? Don't let it slip through your fingers. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable finds, and strategies to turn your loose change into serious cash, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the next big coin worth millions. Oh, and don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. They'll thank you when they're cashing in their piggy bank for a fortune. Alright, happy hunting, everyone. May your pockets be full of pennies, and your dreams be full of dollar signs. See you next time. Hey, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever thought, what if that penny in my pocket is worth more than my car? Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about one specific penny that could make your jaw drop and your wallet very happy. I'm talking about the 2000 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, the humble 1-cent coin that might just be worth a staggering $1.6 million. Crazy, right? But before you start raiding your piggy bank, let me break it all down for you. Oh, and stick around until the end because I'll share a funny story about how I almost threw away a potentially valuable coin. Spoiler alert, it involves a vending machine and a bag of chips I regret to this day. What is a no-mint Mark penny anyway? For those of you scratching your heads, a no-mint Mark penny simply means it was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike pennies minted in Denver, marked with a D, or San Francisco, marked with an S, the Philadelphia Mint didn't bother stamping their coins with a letter back then. No disrespect to Philly, but they kept it low-key. The 2000 no-mint Mark penny we're talking about isn't just your average coin. It's what collectors call an error coin. That means something went wrong during the minting process, but instead of tossing it out, it slipped through quality control and landed in someone's hands. Maybe yours? Common errors include doubled dies, off-center strikes, or rare materials. In the case of the 2000 penny, it's believed some were accidentally made from the wrong planchet, a highly rare mix-up that collectors will pay big bucks for. Alright, let's talk numbers because I know that's why you're here. This rare beauty, in pristine condition, has fetched up to $1.6 million at auctions. Yes, you heard that right, million. Imagine paying for your dream car, a house down payment, or heck, your entire college tuition with a single penny. Check the date. Make sure it's a 2000 penny with no mint mark under the date. Inspect the coin. Look for any strange imperfections, like doubling on letters or numbers. If you've got a small scale at home, weigh the coin. Error pennies often weigh slightly more or less than a regular penny due to material mix-ups. If it's scratched up or looks like it spent years under someone's couch, its value will be lower. A near-perfect coin is the real jackpot. What to do if you think you have one? First, don't freak out. Second, don't clean it. Seriously, scrubbing your penny could actually decrease its value. Instead, take it to a professional coin grader or an experienced numismatist. They'll assess its condition and authenticity. You can also check online auction sites like eBay to see what similar coins are going for. And now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away what could have been a small. I was starving and down to my last few coins. I grabbed a handful of pennies from the bottom of my bag, shoved them into a vending machine, and got a bag of stale chips. Fast forward a week, I saw an article about the 2000 no-mint mark penny. The very penny I might have had in my hand. To this day, I wonder if some random vending machine now holds $1 million coin, and if those chips were worth it. Spoiler alert, they weren't. So, there you have it, the story of the 2000 no mint mark penny that could make you a millionaire. If you're sitting there thinking, wait, I've got a jar full of pennies at home, then what are you waiting for? Start digging. But remember, the key is patience, research, and maybe a little bit of luck before you head off to rummage through your couch cushions. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to bring you more stories, tips, and strategies on finding coins worth serious cash. Who knows? Your next big discovery could be sitting in plain sight. Don't miss out, join the adventure, and let's turn spare change into life-changing wealth. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever emptied your pocket change, glanced at a penny, and thought, what if this is worth more than a cup of coffee? Well, hold on to your hats, or should I say, your coin jars, because today, we're diving into a story about a 1976 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that could be worth a whopping $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could make you a millionaire, but before we dig into the details, let me hit you with a little fun fact. Did you know the average American household has around $100 in loose change just lying around? That's basically free money you didn't even know you had. So, grab your jar of coins, your reading glasses, or your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you're going to want to inspect every single penny you've ever touched. The 1976 no mint mark penny might look like your everyday, run-of-the-mill coin, but this little copper gem has a story to tell. Let's break it down. First up, why the no mint mark? Coins minted in Philadelphia before 1980 didn't have a mint mark, so if your 1976 penny doesn't have a tiny DRS under the year, don't panic, it's supposed to be that way. But what makes this particular penny so special? Well, it all comes down to errors and rarity. The 1976 penny we're talking about has some fascinating quirks. Some of these pennies were struck with misaligned dies, giving them a double image effect or doubling on Lincoln's face or the lettering. If your penny has this, congratulations! You're sitting on what collectors call a double die error, and that's where the big money is. The condition of the coin is everything. If your penny has been hanging out at the bottom of a fountain or jingling around in your pocket for years, its value drops faster than my hopes when I find out my penny is just worth a penny. Collectors want coins in mint or near mint condition. If yours looks shiny, clean, and crisp, you might be in luck. A pristine 1976 no mint mark penny with a rare error can fetch up to $1.7 million at auction. Why so much? It's all about supply and demand. Coin collectors are like treasure hunters, they'll pay top dollar for rare finds to complete their collections. And with inflation these days, even coins are getting expensive. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my grandparents' attic and found an old jar of pennies. I wasn't expecting much, but I thought, why not take a closer look? Turns out, I found a 1976 penny in there. Now, it wasn't the jackpot penny we're talking about today, but it did teach me a valuable lesson. Never underestimate the power of pocket change. So, what's the moral of the story here? Check your change. That penny sitting in your couch cushions or your car cup holder could be worth more than you think. And even if you don't hit the $1 million jackpot, the hunt itself is half the fun. It's like a little treasure hunt every time you dig through your coins. Now, before you go racing to your coin jar, I've got a challenge for you. Subscribe to this channel, because we're just getting started. I'll be sharing tips, stories, and strategies to help you uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. Who knows? Your next coin discovery could be worth a fortune, and hey, let me know in the comments, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Or maybe you've got a story about that time you thought you struck gold but it turned out to be just, well, a penny. I'd love to hear it. Alright, happy hunting, my fellow coin enthusiasts. Alright, folks, imagine this, you're at a grocery store, about to toss some loose change into the leave a penny, take a penny tray, when you spot a 1978 penny with no mint mark. What do? Leave it, thinking it's worth just a cent? Or do you stash it away, wondering if this tiny coin could secretly fund your next vacation? Well, let me tell you, you might just want to hold on to it because a 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny recently sold for a whopping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. That's a whole lot of money for a penny most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up today. We're diving into why this particular coin is worth so much, how to identify one, and, hey, maybe even a story or two about finding treasure in the most unexpected places. And now, let's talk about this 1978 no mint mark penny. Why is it so special? Well, first off, the no mint mark tells us it was made in Philadelphia. Back then, Philly didn't bother stamping a mint mark on their pennies, too much effort, I guess. But here's the kicker, most of these pennies are worth, well, a penny. But there are a select few out there that collectors are willing to shell out millions for. Why? It's all about rarity, condition, and those weird quirks that make coins unique. The $1.8 million version wasn't just any penny, it was in pristine, almost untouched condition. Imagine a penny so shiny and perfect it looks like it came straight out of a time machine. No scratches, no dings, just pure mint perfection. That's what collectors drool over. And if you're lucky enough to find one with any kind of minting error, like a double die or off-center strike, the value skyrockets even more. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. We found an old piggy bank stuffed with coins, including a bunch of pennies. Now, I'm no coin expert, but I decided to take a closer look, just in case. Lo and behold, there it was, a 1978 no mint mark penny. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the one? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Turns out, it had more scratches than a cat's favorite couch. But hey, it was still a cool find, and it taught me a valuable lesson: never underestimate your pocket change. If you think you've got a 1978 no mint mark penny, here's what to do. First, grab a magnifying glass and check for any unusual features. Is the date clear and crisp? Is the coin free of major wear and tear? Next, consider getting it professionally graded. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can tell you exactly what your coin is worth, and trust me, their word carries weight in the collector world. Even if your penny isn't worth millions, it could still fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. Some lesser quality versions sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to turn a penny into a paycheck? The incredible story of the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It's proof that even the smallest things in life can hold incredible value. And who knows? The next time you're rummaging through your spare change, you might just strike gold or, in this case, copper. Before you go, let me ask you this: have you checked your pocket change today? If not, what are you waiting for? That penny sitting in your car cup holder or under your couch cushion could be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips and stories about coins that are worth serious money, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Let's uncover more hidden treasures together, one coin at a time.